What is going on, my YouTube family? How's everybody doing? What is going on, my YouTube family? And stay free and happy. Welcome, my YouTube family, and stay free and happy. How's everybody doing? Let's get it on. Hello there. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, YouTube. And good evening. Stay free and happy. What is going on with you all? How's everybody doing today? Yes, I am on YouTube and I'm gonna stay free and happy. Yes, you all know I'm Nadine Slaughter, transformational speaker, author, and coach. How's everybody doing? What is popping? Where are all my friends? Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let me get my camera straightened out, y'all, so I don't have to be looking all off, okay? Tahilia, Edwards, hi. Welcome. What's up? Oh my gosh. Jerry Laskowski, are you serious? OMG. What's up, Jerry? How's everybody doing? Man, I miss y'all. Where y'all been? Where you been? I've been here. So listen, this is the deal. You all know that I'm a transformational speaker and I'm getting ready to go on stages this year. Corey Tuck, what is popping? Man, Corey, what's happening? Brenda, Klein, welcome into the room. Barbara Jones, what's popping, girl? What's going on in Ohio? No, my boss, you're in Virginia. My bad, sis. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. You got your girl here. I'm going to introduce myself, Nadine Slaughter, transformational speaker and author and coach, y'all. Listen, big things are popping for me, little things dropping, okay? Linda Baker, welcome into the office. What is happening? My brother Alan Slaughter, what's popping up in here? Man, y'all throw up some hearts for me. Y'all throw up some hearts for me. Y'all throw up some, hey, I'm here. I want you all to let me know, where are you chatting from? All right, I promised you all that I would tell you this amazing story about a heartbreak I went through. Yes, your girl went through a heartbreak. I mean, who hasn't, right? Who hasn't, right? Janie, what's popping, girl? Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, right, y'all? Yeah, it is. Listen, I want to welcome you all into the office. I want to thank you all for coming in here. I really so much appreciate your support. There would be no me without you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my story about a heartbreak that I went through. I mean, who's been through a heartbreak? Who's been through a heartbreak? I want y'all to type in some hearts and just let me know that you all right. I'm not talking about, don't you type in no broken heart. I want you to type in a whole heart, because hey, we all healed. We all blessed. We're all free, right? So you all know that I'm always inspiring you all to stay who God created you to be that great, amazing person. And me, I can't be that unless I'm just straight up, down to earth, unless I'm just straight up, can just tell you about my life, right? And then inspire you all to be that great, amazing person that you are. Molly Peterson, welcome, my baby. It's so good to see you all. Let me tell you what happened. Now, this heartbreak happened over 10 years ago. Okay. This has been a minute. This has been a minute. But do you all ever feel like, okay, I got through that heartbreak or that emotional roller coaster, right? I got through that. Okay, so now, maybe 10, 20, 30 years later, you feel still a little bit of residue tries to creep up on you, right? Why? Because you want that, that enemy. Well, I call him the devil. You know what? He's always trying to play right here in your emotions. In your emotions, that is your soul, right? Your soul is comprised of your mind, your will, your emotions, your thinker, your feeler, right? So anytime the past hurtful things that try to come up, you got to know that, man, your mind is under an attack. Okay. So we got to shut that down. And you already know, every day I come on here, Wanda, how you doing? Erica, how you doing? Welcome into the office. I'm going to tell you all about a heartbreak story that I went through, but we're going to get the whole armor of God on. Let's go. Let's gird our waist with the belt of truth and shod our feet with that gospel of peace. Now, come on, put on the helmet of salvation. That's going to guard your mind, okay? Put on that helmet of salvation, take on that breastplate of righteousness, put on that sword of the Spirit, and above all, the shield of faith to quench every fiery dart of the wicked one. Because the greater one is in you, he's in me, than he that is in this world. So listen, this is what happened. All right, so over 10 years ago, right, I was coming out of a grieving period in my life because um, an amazing man that I was dating in a committed relationship, he just passed away, right? So here I'm trying to figure out my life. And then all of a sudden, here comes this, what I thought the knight in shining armor, which he really was. I am gonna never shame anybody, never, because I only connect with good men. I always connect with men who I believe they love me. And this particular man, he did. He was a good man. Okay, so ain't no shame here. Ain't no shame. Erica, what is popping? How you doing, my sweetheart? So when after I was going through this grieving process because my man had already passed away, but a couple weeks prior to this, I'm like, you know what, God, I need to just heal. I need to just heal. Okay, and so I'm going through this grieving process, allowing God to heal me. Now I had to figure out my life because when you have a life with someone and you all are working on things and then all of a sudden they die. What was interesting about this was that God had shown me in a dream this man laying in the hospital dead. Yeah, because see, God has his way of preparing you. And man, it's for some reason, I just had peace about it. I just had peace about it. I never mentioned it or anything. But anyway, this man passed away. And then I was like, God, you know what? Just let me heal. And I wasn't interested in talking to anybody else. And this thing was so fresh. So I went to this pool party. I got a DJ friend who asked me, he said, Fab is my pet name. Will you do me a favor and, take a speaker over to this pool party that I'm doing? Because at the time I had a Jeep. And I said, sure, no problem. So I got at the party. He said, there's a pool there and, bring the swimming suit and go swimming. So I'm like, okay, I'll see. So I figured, you know what? Shoot, why not? So y'all, I'm sitting there at this pool and I'm looking in the sky and I'm talking to God and I'm saying, God, I miss this man, but I thank you for your healing power. And I really thank you for this opportunity. I mean, I was literally looking up into the sky, talking to God, sitting by this pool. So, I decided, hey, let me go for a dip. Let me get in the water because I love water. So I got in the water and I looked at this man. This was an all white birthday party. So I looked at this man and this young lady walked up to him and I'm looked at her and I'm like, dang, she kind of favors him. Maybe that's his daughter. And that's all I thought. Right. So anyway, I got out of the pool and I wasn't feeling it. I said to my friend, listen, you know what, man, I will come back. And, when the party's over, I'll come back and I'll, pick up the speaker. He said, okay, that's cool, Fab. So I went home for a while and then I figured out, okay, the party is probably over. So I went back to the pool party and I didn't see a lot of cars there. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I can just scoop the speaker up, but I still heard the music. Okay, so I walk around to the back. He's still DJing. And I figure, shoot, let me get a drink. Why not? So I I was getting a drink. And this guy walked up behind me. He said, excuse me, miss. Can I talk to you over here? And I said, no, sir, you can't. So I just went on my way and I sat down. And so I'm just chilling. And then he comes over there and we start to chat a little bit. And what ended up being a small chat ended up being like a couple-hour chat because, I make it a habit just to be kind to people. And I'm not that kind of lady that's going to snap or, just, how we can be sometimes, ladies. Just be, just mean mugging and just, just not nice. All right, so we're gonna work on that. I mean, I'm not that way, but some of us are, and so but we're gonna work on that so we can stay free and happy. Okay. All right. So anyway, um, there was a after party for the birthday girl. It was a birthday party, right? It was like, come on, come on over here with us, Fab. What you doing? Nothing. And I'm like, may as well. So the guy said, um, can I talk to you? And I'm like, yeah. So we're having this nice little conversation. Okay, so anyway, um, we made a connection. How you doing, Janelle? Welcome into the office. We made a connection, and he was just very, very kind and very gentlemanlike. Y'all, I love a true gentleman who approaches me well and respectful. That right there, that's a big thing for me. If you like to get to know me, bring your smile, bring your happy, bring that gentleman, okay? And I'll talk to you, okay? And so, all right, so we talked for a while in his vehicle because I felt like, okay, these are my friends and this is their cousin, so hey, we can go have a chat. So, all right, so we have this chat, and he was like, can I get your phone number? Because now I want to keep in touch with you. And I'm like, hmm, why not? Right? So now, and I want you all to know that if you have any questions for me, please feel free to type them in the comments because I will definitely answer your questions. Okay? And hopefully, excuse me for a second, but hopefully I can see the comments in on YouTube. But you know what? I got to hook the YouTube comments up. So if you are on my YouTube channel and you're watching me, um, I can't tag into your messages. So if you want to go ahead and just go over to Stay Free and Happy, then you can type in your comments there. But y'all know I'm still working on this technical thing with YouTube to, perfect it. Perfect it. Hey, I'm working on my sound, I'm working on my cameras and all of that kind of good stuff. But anyway, back to the story. All right, so we exchanged phone numbers and we talked, and I said, so I mean, are you in a relationship? And he was like, no, I'm coming out of one though. I'm coming out of one. I'm like, yeah, me too. So that's the cool thing about it. He was upfront about, what, I'm coming out of something. And I was like, me too. You know what? I'm grieving. Honestly, I'm just grieving. But you know what? I can't let that stop my life. Right? I've always been the kind of person that, no matter what is going on, I'm going to continue to move forward and enjoy my life the best way that I know. Right? And I hope that you all do the same. Man. So, being in a grieving, I want to say mindset, going through that emotional pain, wow, it's undescribable to me. But you know what? I've always known that God, as my healer, was always in me. His spirit always dwells in me richly, and that no matter what I'm going through, He is always going to bring me through it. Right? So, all right, I started talking to this man, and I was like, no, you seem very kind. And at the time, I was living with my daughter because I was going through a transition from being with the man and then transitioning to wherever I was going to live, right? How you doing, Charlene? It's so good to see you, sweetheart. Appreciate you. And thank you for coming on in for all of your support and your love, girl. So I'm talking about this heartbreak that I went through, right? All right, so now I got his number. We chat, and he was like, you know what? I honestly, I'm just lonely, and I would like some company. So I know I work a second shift, and maybe sometime you could come over after I get off. And I'm like, mm, okay. At that time, I was still again trying to figure out my life, so I wasn't working a consistent job, right? All right, so um, got to know him. I talked to him, sweet guy, seemed real cool, seemed real trustworthy, and we just were very transparent about what we were going through. And um, honestly, I felt entrapped at my daughter's house. I did. I felt like I was in jail there because at the time she was going through some things with her man and it just wasn't working out. So this guy that I was talking to, he was like, you know what? Come and stay with me for, a weekend. And I'm like, you seem pretty cool and your family, they speak highly of you. So, all right. So I did. I went and, we did some fun stuff and then I never left. I didn't leave. I moved in with him, which is something that I'd never done in my life. One thing about me is that I've never really fully believed in shacking because of what the Word of God says. And that is a principle that I've experienced shacking with men like my two daughters' fathers. They lived with me. That didn't work out. Um, I've just been this kind of woman that, listen, if I'm going to shack with you, then, yeah, we need to be married. All right. We need to be in a committed, monogamous, exclusive, committed relationship, just you and I. Because one thing I believe is that God has made and designed a man and a woman that's suitable for each other. Just one. He has made your mate. And I've been, you know, understanding that since I was a kid. I don't know how I understood that earlier, but I did. And so I said to this man, listen, I can't stay with you because, first of all, I don't believe in shacking. And then I am just in a transition where I need to get my life together because I've always worked.